Okay, so I'll give you permission, so share your screen. So Malini, can you do one thing? Otherwise, can you share your screen and do the practical things in the system so that it will be revision for you, and also Ganesh also will understand that.
Sure, fine.
Yeah, so I'll do that. Anyways, I will be there and I'll make you as presenter, okay?
Okay.
Ganesh, it's fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because she has already completed that.
Yeah, even I can note down now. Actually, what is happening is when I'm doing it, I'm not able to note it down.
Okay, okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
No, Malini,
No.
not yet. You just click on that share your screen button.
I'm doing it, but I don't know. It's asking for some download this extension or something.
Yeah, do it. Just download that. That will not harm your computer. That's just a GoToMeeting, a small, what do you call, add-on for Internet Explorer.
Okay.
So Ganesh, as we discussed, we have total 7 pre-configuration steps for GRC access control, right? So hope you have noted them. The first one is connector configuration.
Yeah, it's totally 9, Krishna. Maintain
Total
custom.
9, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 extra things I told you, like master user ID mapping, and there is one more thing like
Yes, yes.
business process and sub-processes. Yes. Yeah, now we can see your screen, Malini. So you can log into GRC server. Malini, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So yeah, we can see some screen like GoToMeeting, millions of business rely on GoToMeeting, something like that.
Yeah, able to see now, right? Okay.
It's not getting connected. It's taking time.
Yes, it is taking time. It's not getting connected.
My goodness.
Hey,
Ganesh
Krishna.
sir, what's
Sir, sir.
happening?
Krishna, sir.
Yeah,
Is the GRC server is different from batch to batch?
maybe. Let me check that. No, it will not be a different server, but
Because
I'll just
I
check
could
the
see
credential.
Madam has Malini has given
It
different
is
types.
same because it is a remote desktop.
183.82.114.111 and colon.
Okay, can you just ping those details in this thing?
Yeah,
Go to meeting
sure.
screen Ganesh so that she will access that server.
Yeah.
Just a second, Malini. Ganesh will ping you the new server details so you can access that.
Okay.
You got the details right?
No, I didn't get.
No, you check your this thing. Chat window.
Only I can see, right?
In the chat window, it's 183 dot. You can enter. I'll tell you.
Sending
183,
Okay. 183 dot
82 dot
82 dot
114 dot 111.
got it. I got.
Yeah, colon 3337. 7. Yeah.
That is not this one, I guess.
It should be. This is what you're using. It's 183.82.114.111 semicolon or colon, that is
it is colon, sir.
2 dots. It is colon only, yeah. 137.
Yeah, use another account.
Yeah, now it is. Use another account.
I'll give my Gmail ID.
No. GRC demo.
No, your normal computer password, right? This is.
GRC demo 8.
Can you GRC
Demo 8
demo
is
8.
the user ID. Password is GRC at the rate 876.
876.
6.
Okay.
No caps, nothing, right?
No, nothing. Yeah, it's going through.
Yeah. Great. It got connected.
Yeah, but here the problem
Superb.
is the user ID what they had given is not allowed.
Too many failed attempts. Someone has to reset the password or it got locked.
Can I try
Password
with
logout
my?
not possible. Just try with your ID, whether it will work or not, we'll see. I think this is a different server. Is this the same client that you're using? 200?
Yeah. Yes. I don't think so. This is not the one.
Just wait for one more minute. I'll just call Pavitra and I'll get it sorted out. Ganesh, what is the user ID?
User ID is for SAP logon GRC demo 8 and the
GRC demo 8.
yes.
Okay.
And the password is GRC at the rate 876 again.
GRC demo 8. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'll just talk to her.
Yeah, and Malini ma'am, you need to change the client to 200. It is 800. Yeah.
Okay.
Try with 200. Probably your ID might go through.
Okay.
No. Okay.
She's not picking.
No.
It's not picking.
Oh, she's not picking the phone. That's the problem. Hey, Pavitra. This is Krishna. Uh, okay, that's fine. No problem. And one more problem we have now. The GRC ID, the login ID that you have given, it's not working. It got locked. I want you to reset the password of the SAP account.
Sir, if from your end it is possible, then you can reset the password, no problem.
No, the ID got locked. I'm unable to log into the system itself.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes, sir. I've just called them.
Yeah, the ID, 1 minute. What is that ID? It is GRC.
Demo
Okay,
8.
1 minute. It's GRC Demo 8. GRC Demo 8. It is SAP GUI ID. Ask them to reset it. It's not Windows ID. It's SAP ID. Okay. Can you just WhatsApp me immediately, because I've just passed the class because of this.
Yeah, sir. Just a minute, sir. I'll just call.
Okay. Thanks, Pavitra. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, that's what. He asked 10 more minutes to get it sorted. Meanwhile, what we can do, we can discuss the post configurations of GRC. Okay. So I'll just give you the a glance, like what are the pre-configuration steps we have discussed. We will discuss once we get the system login. We'll see it in the system. And Ganesh, what we are going to do now is we'll discuss the post configurations of access risk analysis. Okay, we'll see
Yeah.
the steps. Till maintain master user ID mapping, we have completed, right? Completed in the sense we have discussed about those things.
Yeah.
Maintain master user ID mapping. So what is the master user ID and how can you connect it? Okay. So now see, this is the GRC access control post configuration steps. Now we need to do the pre-configuration steps. Now we need to do the post configuration steps. So in the post configuration steps, we will perform for 4 different tools. The first one is access risk analysis. Okay, and the second one is emergency access management and business rule management and access request management. So these are the 4 GRC tools, right? So for these 4 tools, we'll be performing the post configuration steps. So one by one, we'll see. The first one is access risk analysis. I think this is completed for Malini. Right, Malini? This is completed for you, right? This access risk analysis.
Yes, it is completed.
Okay. So in this, what we did in this access risk analysis post configurations, what all steps we have completed?
It is requirement, rules, job synchronize, running the first risk analysis, the additional tasks. We have covered this many points.
Okay, yeah, got it now. So yeah, Ganesh, actually here, once we have completed all the pre-configuration steps of access control, we have to start configuring the we have to start configuring the tools in GRC, the 4 different tools in GRC. So each and every tool will have its own configurations. Okay, before performing any activity in any of these tools, you need to do some configurations. Those are pre-configurations or post-configurations of GRC tools. It's not for GRC or access control. These are the post or pre-configurations for the tools in GRC, the 4 tools in GRC. So we'll start with access risk analysis. So we have already discussed about what is the exact use of access risk analysis. Access risk analysis will be used to find out the risks and violations in all the systems, right? So to find the risks and violations that are placed in all the systems, when we are performing the post configurations of GRC, we did one step, that is business sets configuration, business configuration sets. So can anyone tell me what is the exact use of business configuration steps? I mean, like business configuration data, BC sets, we'll call it as business configuration sets. So in that we have around 22 entries for access control. In that 22 entries, we have only 2 entries for access risk analysis. The first one is SAP GRAC R3 common and SAP GRAC some other thing is also there, right? 2 BC set for risk analysis and remediation. I mean access risk analysis. So what is the use of those BC sets? Why we need to configure it? Okay, the use of BC sets is nothing but it's the standard data that has been given by SAP. If you want to perform any risk analysis in the system for any of the system which is connected to GRC, the first thing is that you need to have some default data in the system. For example, this transaction and this transaction combination should give risk. That kind of data should be available in the system. Then only you can perform the risk analysis, right? Because in security area, if you're talking about security area, we have user administration, role administration, and other area like SOX administration. So according to SAP standards, one user should not have user administration and role administration roles. So that means one user should not have SU01 and PFCC access, right? So in default data, SAP has created this kind of risk, like SU01 PFCC combination should give risk, and also SU01 with SUIM should give risk, and also SU01 with SE16 should give risk. So like that, SAP has defined some certain risks in the system. This all default risk for all business process areas and sub-process will be placed at a location. That particular location we call it as business configuration sets. That location or folder you call it as business configuration set for access risk analysis. So you will have all the standard defined risks. Okay, normally these risks will be updated in rule book, and that rule book is nothing but your BC set. For every business process area, they will create different rule books, and they will add these different rule books to a common location. That particular location we call it as global rule book. Okay, global rule set or global rule book. This global rule book will be activated only once you have activated the standard BC sets in the system. By using SCPR20 transaction, we will do that, right? So if you activate that SCPR20 activity, then only this global rule book will be activated in the system. Once it got activated, then you can perform the risk analysis in the system. Okay. So the first step we need to do is we need to activate the BC sets. If you want to perform any risk analysis in the system, you need to activate the BC sets. That is the first step. And also, when you are performing the risk analysis, SAP has, GRC has a lot of flexibility, guys. Like you can perform risk analysis at different levels. Right? If you want to perform risk analysis, you can perform it for user, and you can perform the risk analysis for role, and also you can perform the risk analysis for user group, and you can perform the risk analysis for critical role, critical transaction, critical authorizations also. So it was not in 5.3. In 5.3, you can perform risk analysis only for users and roles. But when it comes to 10.1, Okay, I'm talking about 10.1. When it comes to 10.1, you can perform risk analysis for user group level, critical authorization level, critical role level, and critical profile level, and critical transaction level also. So there are a lot of options added in risk analysis front. So you need to you need to perform some pre-configuration steps to activate these kind of settings in GRC risk analysis and remediation. So there are some standard settings in SPRO. By using these SPRO settings, you can enable all these settings. GRC has given those flexibility, but to use them, you need to activate it first. The first thing, you have activated the BC sets, that's done. And the next one, you have to define some values, like whether you want to perform critical transaction analysis or not, you want to perform user group analysis or not. So what is the default user group which has to be selected, and what is the default rule set when you are performing any risk analysis? You should select the rule book. So what is the default rule book should be appear in the screen. So these kind of some background parameter settings will be there. So these standard parameter settings for access risk analysis, you should perform in the SPRO transaction. PRO configurations for parameters. So those are verifying default configuration parameters. That step is verifying default configuration parameters. So in that, you will define, okay, what is the default values to be present in your access risk analysis screen. Got it, Ganesh?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you open, when you want to perform any risk analysis, it will ask you some data for which user you want me to run the risk analysis, what is the user group, and what is the rule, what is the rule book you want me to select. Okay, once we perform the risk analysis, okay, how do you want me to show the risks? You want me to show the risk is high, medium, low, or low, medium, high? Which format you want me to show the risks in the screen? And to whom I have to send this report? Like, is there any standard mail ID that I have to forward this report to? Like that. All these standard settings will perform in the SPRO. So that particular step we call it as verify default configuration parameters. Verifying default configuration parameters. Okay, if you set these values in the backend, whenever you open this risk analysis screen, all the values will be filled automatically, and you just need to click on submit button. Once you click on submit button, system will run the risk analysis by using the global rulebook or standard rulebook. Whatever you have selected in the parameters, it will be selected there, and it will perform the risk analysis automatically. Okay, getting this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and also there is one more important configuration thing we have to do. So that is, after adding all these default parameters in the system, okay, now your GRC system is ready to perform risk analysis and remediation. That means access risk analysis. Guys, I'll use risk analysis remediation or access risk analysis, but you don't confuse. Whenever anyone asks you what are the default tools present in GRC 10.1, you should say risk analysis and remediation. Sorry, access risk analysis. I'm confusing, yes. No, you should say access risk analysis. Okay, risk analysis and remediation is the older one, it's in 5.3. Okay, so now you have already defined some of the steps that has to be performed when you open the access risk analysis screen. But now GRC system is ready. But in which system you have to perform this activity? Like, you will be in your landscape, you will be having SAP R3 system, BI system, portal system, and SRM system, CRM system. There will be a lot of SAP systems in your landscape. There will be. So, in which system you have to perform? You want to perform access risk analysis, and in which system you don't want to perform access risk analysis? You need to define that. Like, see, for BW or BI, we call it as BI or BW. BW is business warehouse and BI is business reporting system. Okay, for this reporting systems, we normally don't perform access risk analysis because will not create any access in the system, and that is not critical. That's a reporting system which will provide only display access to the R3 data. So it's really not required to run this risk analysis in that system. So in that case, you need to have some certain privileges in the system to deselect. Okay, GRC, like GRC should not perform risk analysis in the system, and GRC should perform risk analysis in the system. And for this system, I don't need access. I mean, like access request management. And for the system, yeah, I need access request management. So you need to have that privilege to apply the settings in GRC. So this kind of settings you will apply in adding connector to auth scenarios. There is a point adding connectors to auth scenarios. So in that step, you will decide in which system what kind of GRC activity I have to perform. If you have 10 systems in your landscape, for the first system, I will perform only 3 activities. That is access risk analysis, access request management, and BR, business role management. But for other system, I'll perform only 2 things. That is access risk analysis and business role management. It's your choice. You need to have some privilege in the system to decide the things. So by using this step, you can decide the things and you can define them. Okay, hope you guys got it. Then moving ahead, so we have completed 3 steps now. So the first one is configuring the BC sets, which is already completed, but you just need to check. Okay, and the second one is adding connector to auth scenario. Okay, and the third one, what we have discussed is verifying default configuration parameters. So these are the 3 steps that we have defined. Let me check. Pavitra has dropped me a message. Now it is working fine. Please check. Hey, what is this? Yeah, it is working fine always, but it got locked. I wanted to reset the password. Ganesh sir, she is not understanding what I am talking. Can you just call her and advise her what to do? Ganesh or Malini, anyone, because when I am saying her, she's not able to understand. She's thinking like GRC server is not working. I'm not saying server is not working. I'm just saying user ID that is not working.
Okay. You want me to call?
Yeah, anyone please call her and update her.
Just a moment, I'm calling her.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Is Ganesh calling Pavitra?
I don't know.
Hello?
He's in mute.
She's on busy, so
Okay. Maybe we'll just wait for 1 minute. So Malini, this is completed, right? For you, the verifying default configuration parameters, adding connectors to auth scenarios, activating the BC sets, generating rules, synchronization of jobs. These things are already completed. Okay, that's fine. So we'll finish this topic today, and then from tomorrow onwards, there will be a new topic for you.
okay.
Hello, Ganesh. Did you call Pavitra?
Hello?
Yeah.
Maybe it is wrong password he gave, I guess.
Okay.
Now it's working fine.
Super. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let me tell her it's working fine.
I said her, that's fine.
Okay. So Ganesh, you there? I can see you available, but we can't hear you.
You only called and asked for the password.
Okay. Okay. And the next step is, guys, and this we'll just complete this first, then we'll see those steps again. Okay. The next step is, yeah, it's generating rules. So what is generating rules? Generating rules is nothing but once you have uploaded all your rules and rule books, once you have created everything in the system, you need to generate it. It's very simple step. We just need to go to SPRO and there is an option generate rules. We just need to click there. So why we are doing this, like, see, there will be a lot of customizations in your system. You might have in your SAP ABAPS might have created so many customized transactions. So for this customizing transactions, SAP will not provide any kind of rule books. So you need to create rule books for the customizing transactions. We'll discuss how to create the rules, rule books, functions, and everything. But you need to take care of the customized things. So when you created any customized rule book or customized rule set or customized rule or customized permission, at the time you need to generate it. Once you generated it, then only you can work with it. I mean, you can select that in the page where you are performing the risk analysis. Otherwise, you will not be able to see that. So when you create any customized rule book or customizing rule set, you need to generate it. That step we call it as SOD, generation or generating rules. It's very easy step. So with this, we have finished the access control pre-configurations. We'll see the access control post configurations later. So first we'll finish the access control configurations. So can you go to SPRO? So we'll see that those 9 steps that we have discussed, Ganesh. There is some problem with Ganesh mic, I think.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Don't mute for some time, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't mute your phone for some time. So if you don't understand anything, and ask me. Yeah, so we are performing those steps. We are configuring the connectors and we are enabling the connection types, and everything will be doing it in the system now.
Okay.
So we have to go to SPRO transaction. Okay, note down the steps clearly. That's what Malini did when I'm explaining her. I think she has noted everything. So that way, without telling anything, she went to SPRO and is doing something there. She's doing something there. Great. Okay, Malini. Now again, yeah. Go to SAP reference IMG. So go to GRC folder. No, you should not take time. It's already 4 weeks, so you should have practiced a lot this topic, right? So tuck, 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 you have to go.
GRC folder, it's the same, right?
This is plugin. So you did not practice.
We should
okay. Come down.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a governance risk and compliance. Yeah, expand it. So in that, you can see common component settings.
Yes.
Okay, Ganesh, till this point we have performed all these steps in general settings, right?
Yeah.
Only in general settings. But now you will change the folders to perform the things. So you have to remember which folder you have to go. So the first one is common component settings. So in that common component settings, go to integration framework. Okay, in this, if you see, the first one is create connector and the second one is maintain connector and connection types. So create connector is nothing but the normal RFC creation, Ganesh. RFC creation from one system to other system. So if you can do this from this screen, otherwise you have a direct transaction, that is SM59. By using that transaction also, you will be routed to the same screen. Okay, why we need to have RFC connections? Because we need to pass the data from GRC to other system and other system to GRC system. So there should be a connection, there should be a connection path in between these two systems. So that path we are establishing by using this step. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the
Okay.
RFC transaction, what is it called? SP?
SM59. SM59.
Okay, SM50. Fine.
Yeah. We have already seen when we are discussing about CUA first steps, I've shown you how to create the RFC connection, but unfortunately the server was not working at the time. The
Yeah.
server name, it was not working. Hope you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, here always create a ABAP connection, guys. Okay, don't create any other connection types. Always select ABAP connections, and click on create button. Now select complete folder.
App connections.
Yeah, select
Want me
complete
to select
folder.
complete
Yeah,
folder?
correct. Yeah, and click on create button. Above that, yeah, then next, yes, correct. So here, actually this task is not security consultant task, but I will just explain you what all things basis guys need, because we need to provide some information to basis guys. Then only they'll be able to set up this RFC connections. So you need to have some information like first, two things guys. The first one is you need to know to which system you are establishing this path. Okay, to which system you are establishing this path, whether it's a R3 development system or R3 pre-production system or R3 quality system or BW system or SRM system, whatever it is, you need to tell them, boss, this is so and so system, SAP R3 development system, and the client, you need to provide the client number also. Okay, and you need to tell them, okay, the other thing you need to tell them, boss, when you are creating the RFC destination, you need to create in the connection type 3. You should always remember the connection type should be 3. First one is RFC destination, right? And you just tell them RFC destination and the logical system name of the client should be same. Note down these points. These points are really important. They will definitely ask you in the interview. When you are creating the connectors, what are the important things that you will guide basis team? They'll ask you because they asked me. So they will ask you also. So at that time, you just need to tell them like 3 things we have to tell them. The first one is RFC destination, name and the client ID, the system name and the client ID. And the second one, RFC destination should be same as the logical system name. And the third one, the connection type should always be ABAP connection or connection type 3. These 3 things you should tell them. So then what they will do, like they will just come to the screen. Okay, they will use SM59 guys. They'll not use SPRO path and all. They'll just directly come to SM59 screen. And here in the RFC destination, they will give you the logical system name. The first one, RFC destination, they will give you the logical system name, and the description. In the description, they will mention like if they are creating this RFC path from GRC to the R3 system, they will mention like RFC connection from GRC to R3. If they are creating RFC connection from R3 to GRC, if that is in the reverse way, like R3 to GRC, then they will mention it as like R3 to GRC. And in the destination 2, destination 3, they will not fill any details. Okay. And in the second one, administration. Okay, they will go to administration. Can you just click on administration, Malini? The first tab. What is that? No destination specified. Okay, that's fine. Now click on administration. Okay, so here they'll not do anything because this is the change documents. That's it. Who has created this RFC connection and all this will come automatically. So they'll not do anything. So they will do settings starting in technical settings tab. So click on technical settings tab. Click again, yeah. So in the technical settings tab, they'll give the target host name. Like we have given it, right, Ganesh, for target host. It's very easy to find it. You just need to select in the SAP logon pad, right click properties, then you will get the target host name.
That is an application server.
Yeah, that's true. Correct. It's just an application server. Ganesh, you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in the system number, just give the system number, whatever it is updated there, you just give the system number. Okay, and the IP address will come automatically. You don't need to fill anything. And log on and security. Click on log on and security. So this is very important step. So in log on and security, okay, you need to provide them a user ID and password. You need to provide them a user ID and password, because now that's what in destination one, what you have mentioned. In destination one, you have mentioned like RFC connection from GRC to R3. From GRC to R3. So from system, you don't need to create any user, but in the to system, you need to set up one user ID and password, and that particular user ID and password should be updated here. Okay, now our to system is what? Our to system is R3 system. So you need to set up a user ID in R3 system. Okay, that user type should be system type, and the user should have access to RFC logon, s_RFC authorization object. Okay, so then you add that particular user ID and password here, username and password, and you need to give the client details and logon language. Okay, anything you can give there. So give all these details and go to Unicodes. Yeah, here in Unicode, you have to select whether it is a Unicode system or non-Unicode system. Now every system is a Unicode system, so always select Unicode there. Because you know the difference between Unicode and non-Unicode? There are some different languages, right, in computer. Like we have ASCII language, or we have some other, I really don't know, but we have these kind of languages in programming. So depending upon these languages, the older versions will come as non-Unicode. So you cannot really, because if you want to connect two systems, okay, if you want to connect two systems, those two systems should have the same language format. Like if this system is in non-Unicode, that system should also be in non-Unicode. Then only the data can be transmitted from this system to there. But now it's changed. If you select the Unicode, what will happen, like if other system is having non-Unicode type of data also, that you can establish the connection. So that's why always select Unicode, okay? Always select Unicode and just click on save button. Once you have entered all the details, just click on save button, and they will do some connection checks. Okay, connection test. There is an option, right? Next to remote logon, there is a connection test option. So by using that, they will do the connection test. There are two types of tests. The first one is normal connection test, and the second one is authorization test. So you can go to utilities, click on utilities, click again. Yeah, there. If you can see, connection test first one, and second one is authorization test. So connection test will see whether the connection can be established from this system to that system. And what is authorization test? Authorization test is nothing but you have given some user ID and password in the logon and security tab, right? So it will check whether the given user ID and password is working fine or not. So if everything is working fine, then they'll tell you that, yes, boss, everything is ready now. So you can transfer data from GRC system to R3. So from GRC to R3 it is done. Like the same way, they need to set up connection from R3 to GRC, vice versa. Getting that? So if you have 10 systems, tell me now how many RFC connections you need to create?
20.
If you have 10 systems, how many RFC connections you have to create?
10 in destination, each destination server, and then again in the GRC server 10 we have to create, right? So totally 20 it comes.
Superb, that's it. So you need to create 20 RFC connections.
Yes. So do we have any, okay, because systems are different, we have to do manually, right? Each server once we should create. Okay.
Yes, I mean, not only for systems, if you have different clients in the system, then you have to create different RFCs for each client.
Okay.
Okay, if you have two clients in a system, like development, if you have two clients, then you need to create two RFC connections from GRC. Okay, so this is how we'll do this. Okay, once we have established all the connections. So now we'll just see what kind of RFC connections are existed in the system. So Malini, can you just click on that button? It's in the RFC connection. Just click on, yeah, there is one search button, right? Yeah, correct. Click there. Okay, go. Just click on OK.
You have to give.
No, don't give anything. Just click on OK. See guys, these many RFC connections are created, but you need to worry about only the connection type 3. So if you can see the connection type 3, there are a lot of RFC connections which are already created. So task number 1, note down. I am giving a task. You need to complete it by tomorrow. You need to check with the admin guys in SAP Higher Labs, and you need to create RFC connections from GRC system to existing R3 and R3 to GRC. Okay, so they feel like this is our GRC system. 200 is our GRC system. So ask them what is the R3 system there. If they don't have any R3 system, do one thing. Just check with them in GRC, do we have any other client?
Hey,
So connect RFC. Yeah.
Krishna sir.
Yeah, tell me Ganesh.
Yeah, on this server only, on GRC server, 800 client is running with EHP5. Means that's our R3 system only, right?
Superb, superb. Then what you can do is you can connect the RFC connection from 200 to 800 and 800 to 200, both ways.
Okay.
And I want it to be worked perfectly. If you don't know anything, find it in Google. If you don't get anything, just WhatsApp me, I'll tell you. I can log in anytime because I'm free today. I can log in and I can show you that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you both have to do it. Okay, total 4 RFC connections I want. Okay, madam.
Okay. Yes.
Then this is done. Yeah. That's it, guys. So come to the next step now. So we have created the connections. As I told you, once you have created the connections, you need to tell GRC system that, yes, this is an SAP connection. No, this is not an SAP connection. This is an enterprises portal connection. Or you need to tell SAP system like, no, this is not an enterprises portal connection. This is some local data source connection, or this is a web service connection, like that. So you need to tell GRC system what type of connection it is, whether it is an SAP system connection or non-SAP system connection or portal system connection or web service system connection. So that kind of settings will be performing it in maintain connectors and connection types. Okay, so now go to SPRO.
One second, it is getting reconnected.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Maintain connectors and connection types.
Superb. Yes, go there. Yeah, here, Ganesh, if you can see here, see there we have different types of connection type definitions. We have enterprises portal connection, and we have file system legacy. What is that? I can't see clearly. Extraction, right? Yeah, file system for legacy
sir,
extraction
how did we get this screen?
and LDAP connection. Sorry?
How did we get this screen? SPR.
Yeah, Malini, can you show that please again? SPRO.
The same SPRO IMG interface. Then again go for common component settings. Above, below the create connectors, you have maintain connectors and connection types.
Okay.
If you
It's in the
click on
same
that, you'll
folder,
come to the screen.
like integration scenario folder only, the next step.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so once you come here, you can see different types of connections. Like we have SAP connection, non-SAP connections and all. So we are connecting only SAP systems to this GRC server, right? So you just need to select SAP system. Select SAP system. Yeah, click on new entries. Here you can add all your connection types. So tomorrow what we are going to do is, now we are creating some RFC connections, right? So with that RFC connections, we will add all those RFC connections here. Okay, so this is actually, you are creating a new connection type. In this screen, you are creating a new connection type. Like we have already so many connection types like SAP legacy systems and all. Any connection, any new connection type, you can add it from here. Or otherwise, if you want to add connectors to your existing connection type, then you need to do it through, yeah, connectors to, no, not from there.
Assign.
Yes, define connector groups first. Here, connector group select. No, just click on the search button.
Anything connectors, it might be. I can select this R3 only, right? For example.
Yes, you can select R3LJ. Okay, now this is done. You have selected. Click on new entries now. No, connector group is already done, right? You have created it.
Yes.
Yes, save it. Just save it. You select, just type one type, that logical group or something like that. You just select one type.
I need to give save, is it?
No, just select the logical something there. Click on that drop down box. Yeah. Yeah, select logical group and save it. Ganesh, are you getting why are you doing this? I think no.
Uh-huh.
No,
No,
right?
no. So we are trying to add the newly created connectors here, or
See,
hello.
come here and define whether it is an SAP system or non-SAP system, what type it is. So that's why we'll club all these R3 systems to
It's
one group, and that group will be mapped to connection type.
okay.
Then all the systems which are in this group will be of the same connection type. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So that's it. That's what we are doing. That's what Malini is doing. So now, when you want to create any, first you define the connection type. We have not defined because there are already so many connection types present in the system, like SAP, non-SAP, legacy systems and all. So first step is completed, and the second step, you are creating a connection group. So create the connection group. Yeah, that's great. So you just need to select that, assign connectors and connector group types, and click on new entries. If you click on new entries, okay, it will ask you to select what type you want to select. It should be always logical group, because we are grouping the systems, right? When you are creating a connector group, you are grouping all the systems. It's a logical thing, it's not physical thing. So you just select the logical group and click on save. It will throw an error because it's already existed in the system, so it will throw an error. So no worries. And now we have created the connector group also, and now just click on, okay, click on no, okay, or yes, sorry, I have to click on yes or no something. Yeah, now assign connectors to connector groups. Okay, you need to select the work area. 1 minute, Malini. I'll just explain him something here. So this is the work area. No, you just keep in. Click on the search button. Yeah, Ganesh, you need to understand one thing. Connector group for SAP system or non-SAP system or JDE system or Oracle system, whatever it is, you need to select for which kind of system you are creating this connector group, right? Connector group will be an SAP R3 system or SAP LSAP system or SAP APO system or JDE Edward system or Oracle system or PeopleSoft system. That is what we are discussing, right?
Means
Not getting Ganesh?
no.
Confusing?
I'm getting.
Yeah, connector group. I'm not talking about connection type. I'm talking about connector group. Connector group will be created for particular application area,
Yes.
whether it is an SAP, okay, in SAP or non-SAP.
Non-SAP.
For example, if you are creating a connector group for SAP, you will create it for SAP R3 or SAP HR or SAP LSAV or SAP something like that. But you will not create connector group for complete SAP system. The complete all SAP will not come into the same connector group. Okay.
Yeah, basically their functional, based on their functional area, we will try to segregate them, right?
Superb. Yes. So here we are creating a connector group for R3 system. So you just select SAP R3 LG, SAP R3.
Yeah.
Okay. Select that and click on OK. Okay, and again OK. So now here you can see target connector and connection type. Right?
Yes. So target connector.
In this screen, if you can see, the connector group is SAP R3 LG. In the connector group, we are adding all connectors. The connector group is R3 connector. So you should add only R3 RFC connections that you have created, right? You have created RFC connections. For that RFC connection, you will be, for every RFC connection, you will name it, right? Like RFC connections for so-and-so, RFC connections for so-and-so. When you're creating RFC connection, you will give the logical system name there. You can find that logical system name here once you created. Click on the empty box, Malini. Just click on the empty box. You are not able to do it? Just do
No, I'm not able to.
new entries. Now, if you click on the search button, can you click on the search button? Yeah, see, here you can see all R3 connections. It will give you only R3 connection, guys, because we are in R3 connector group. So it will give you the all existing R3 connections in the system, connection type R3. Okay, so you can select whatever system you want to connect to this connector group, and you just need to save it. Okay, and connection type, you need to select the connection type. I mean, it will come automatically. Don't worry, because we are
Once
in.
it is saved, it automatically.
Yeah, it will come automatically. That will be SAP only. Getting Anish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because all the entries are already existed. Yeah, that's our bad luck actually, because this is not the new system. This is a training system since long, so everyone has created so many things. That's why I'm asking you guys to create the new ones for our class. 2 RFC connections. So we'll use that and we'll practice.
Okay.
The problem is that I can do all these setups. The problem is that I'm using my office laptop. So this office laptop is not allowing me to connect to the remote servers. So that's why I'm asking you guys to share your screen and show the things.
That's fine.
Anyways, that will give you some idea how you are doing and all. So actions and connected groups, this is done. Great. So, and the next one, what is that next one?
Maintain mapping for actions and connector group. That's we have completed, right? Maintain connection settings.
Yeah, we have completed this, right? Yeah, these things also, I mean, the third step is also kind of completed. Like we have created the connector groups and we have mapped the things to connector groups. And maintain connection settings. We'll do it now. Maintain connection settings. So to maintain connection settings, Ganesh.
Yeah.
No, Malini, don't that speed because this guy don't know anything. Okay, you have to go slowly. Okay. So Ganesh, what you have to do is maintain connection settings is nothing but
SPRO and component, the same common component.
no. Tell me what is the use of that, Baba. First, what is the use of it?
Okay, maintain connection
Why
settings.
are you doing that? Yeah, we already discussed it. See, maintain connection settings, nothing but see. Now you have connected all the systems to GRC system, and you have defined whether it is an R3 system or SAP system or non-SAP system, whatever it is, you have defined it. Now you need to advise GRC system in which system what kind of activity it has to perform. Like in R3 system, we have to perform risk analysis and remediation. That means access risk analysis, access request management, and emergency access management. I want to perform these three tasks in R3 system, R3 connector group, and only two tasks in other connector group, and only one task in other connector group. Like that, we need to tell GRC system what kind of activities it has to perform, because it can perform four types of activities, right? Four different types of activities. So you need to tell GRC in this system, please perform these many activities. In this system, please perform these many activities. Okay. Sorry, not to. So to perform this activity, go to SPRO, GRC folder, common component settings. There, maintain connection settings. Yes, correct. That's the exact folder. Maintain connection settings. So here, once you click on that, you will be a new pop-up window will come there. So there it will be like integration scenario. Integration scenario is nothing but which type of activity I mean, normally GRC tools, in GRC we call it as integration scenarios. For if that is a provisioning thing, I mean, like access request management, we have created one integration scenario for that. That is provisioning. The privileged management, we have created one integration scenario. So that is what is that? SPM, I think. So you will be having 5 integration scenarios here. So you need to remember that, guys, because this was the question asked for me. So definitely they'll ask you what are the different types of integration scenarios we have. So you need to select, you just click on that search button. So now you have 5 integration scenarios. So here the first one is AM, automatic monitoring. So monitoring is nothing but it's for access risk analysis. Okay, if you want to use access risk analysis in any system, first you need to map that system to this integration scenario. Which integration scenario? AM. Okay, and the next one is authorization management. So this authorization management is also for the same thing. Okay, if you want to perform any risk analysis things, or if you want to create mitigation controls in that system, or if you want to perform any automatic reports on every week, then you need to select all the systems to auth scenario. AM is not that important because which will automatic monitoring, which is clubbed in auth scenario. So if you select auth scenarios, then both the things will work, like AM and auth, both will work in that system. So I advise only select auth scenario if you want to use access request management, access risk analysis in any system. You just select authorization management. Getting it, Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And provisioning is nothing but access request management, and role management is nothing but ROLMG, that is BRM, and the next one is super user privileged management, SUPM. So whatever thing you want to enable in that system, you can select that. So now select auth. Okay. Double click on auth. Yes. Now click on OK. So now you can see that, right? The auth scenario is here. Click on this maintain file path for logical connectors. Select that, yeah, and now click there. Maintain file path for logical connectors. So there you need to select the target connector. Which target connector in which system you want to perform this activity. Getting Ganesh?
Sir.
Just select the system. Just select the system and OK. Yeah. Tell me.
Here what we see is whatever we are going to create tomorrow, right? Those RFC connections will get listed out.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow we'll see, but you're going to create it today.
Yeah.
Okay. Malini, you're not feeling bored, right? With the same sessions again and again.
No, not like that. The practice for me also, right?
Yeah, that's what actually we need. Okay, now you can see guys here. If you click on new entries, just click on new entries. So here you can give file path. What is file path? Once you perform the activity, where do you want me to store the data? So you can give that path. This activities, this is local logical file path. Normally these are the default ones, guys. You no need to select anything because GRC has already guided on these things. It will select the path automatically and it will perform the activities. So whenever you want this kind of data, we have another folder where all these files will be stored to that in the system. So you can go there. No need to give anything here. But I just wanted to tell you that when GRC perform any kind of activity, that particular there will be a separate folder created for each and every activity, guys. Like if it performing a report, saying that reports will be stored in a separate location with a file ID and file type. And if it is control report, that mitigation controls will be stored in a file path with a file ID and with a file type. And if it is performing any emergency access management thing reports, then that particular report will be stored in emergency access management file path with a valid file ID and file type. So these file IDs and file path will be taken automatically. I mean, it's with no intervention. I mean, you don't need to tell GRC like which path it has to select and which file ID it has to pick. Okay, GRC is already advised on that. It will take the required file path and it will store it in a location. But I'll show you where all these files will be stored in the system. So you can directly go there and you can see all the files. No need to give it here. You just need to select. See, it is asking like I will be performing authorization management, like I will perform the access risk analysis. But where do you want me to store that? With which path ID or with file type? So if you want to give, you can give. Otherwise, GRC will pick that automatically. But normally, it's not advisable to give any file name because if there are any mistakes, then it will not be stored in that particular location. So let GRC system pick that location and pick the file ID and file type for that. And can you click on that scenario connection type link?
Scenario connection type.
Yes. So here you can see the connection types. Okay, for auth scenario, if you want to maintain, I mean, you see, you can select it by selecting each connector type. Okay, you can select it. You can activate this thing for each connector type, or what you can do is instead of that, you can select the file type. I mean, like connection type. If you select the connection type, under that connection type you have connector groups, and then under the connector groups you have connectors. So that activity will be performed for all the activities at a time. Getting it, Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
No, if you're confused or if you're not getting anything, point it out right away, sir. Otherwise, you will move ahead and you will forget this topic.
No.
These are really important because people in real time, they'll not get opportunity to work on these things. They'll not at least see the screens. I'm telling you frankly. Very rare, because in my company there are around 4,000 or 5,000 GRC consultants. I can say you around 150 members or 160 members, they have good idea in GRC configurations. Real time will not get this opportunity. So you should learn each and everything here and practice well.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next thing, what I wanted to tell you. Yeah. Can you come down, madam, please? Come back, sorry.
Which screen you want me to come back?
Yeah, from the screen, you just come back. That's it. This is finished. You can save that. And you can come back. And we have updated the maintain connectors and everything, right? Okay. And from here, we'll go to the next screen. Yeah. Can you come down? You can find one folder called access control in GRC. Yep. There is it. Access control. Expand it. So here, Ganesh, now the next step is what I am telling you is maintain access risk levels. That is what the next step, right? Or any other thing is missing?
This is fifth step is configuration settings.
Okay, maintain configuration settings. Okay, we are there only.
Yeah.
So to do that, you have to come to GRC folder. Okay, SPRO GRC folder. In GRC folder, you will find access control folder.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is a separate access control folder. Expand that. The first option, maintain configuration settings. So this configuration settings I want to tell you tomorrow, because I want these guys to understand this as well, because this is very important one. If you do any settings here, your screen will change. These are the backend parameters. Okay. The front end screen will be changed if you do these settings. So we'll discuss this tomorrow.
Okay.
Just keep that for one day. So we'll discuss this tomorrow. And today we'll see maintain. Come back, Malini madam. There is the second one, maintain connector settings, right? Go there, maintain connector settings in access control. This is also important one, guys. So here you, as I told you, you have created the connectors, but you're not advised GRC system that this is a development system, or this is pre-production system, or this is quality system. So you should advise to GRC system like this connector type is a development system, this connector type is a pre-production system, and this connector type is a quality system, or this connector type is a production system. You need to advise GRC system in that way. So you need to come to SPRO GRC folder, access control, and there maintain connector settings, the second option. Okay, once you come in here, you can see a screen maintain connector settings. You should click there, maintain connector settings, and click on new entries. If you want to add anything new, you can click on new entries. So tomorrow I want you guys to perform all these activities, because you are going to create 4 connectors, right? For this 4 connectors, I want you to define connector groups, connection types, and everything. So click on new entries, madam. Again, please. So here you just select the target connector, okay, which is at RFC connection. You just select the target connector, just select one of them. We'll just show him how to add it. Yeah, okay. And application type. Select application type. Yeah, search. So here, if that is an SAP system, okay, there are different application types. If that, you need to remember these things. Total how many? 16, right? So they will ask you if you want to maintain one development system in SAP. If you want to connect one SAP development system to GRC system, which connection application type will you use? Which application type? Then you need to say, I will use 01 application type. don't say SAP, okay? Description, anyone knows it. But you should say 01 for SAP, 02 for enterprises portal. Just I'll tell you what are the important ones. You just remember that, okay? 01 for SAP and 02 for enterprises portal and 03 for UME. This is all important one. This is for portal only. There is a new portal called User Management Engine. This is for that. And Oracle you have to remember 08. Okay, and 06 you need to remember, that is business intelligence, BI system we normally call it as. And you need to remember for 11 others. And the important one is 15. Okay, 15 governance, risk and compliancy. Okay.
Yeah. GRC.
So these things please note down, and when you are practicing guys in GRC system, okay, you need to click on each and every search button and you need to see what kind of options are the default options and what are the customized ones that are created already. Okay, then you will get to know what are the things are default one, and if in case you have any doubts you can ask me also later. That's it, madam. You can select the SAP 101. Okay, and select the environment. Yeah, here you can select what are the environments, whether it is a development system or a production system or a pre-production system. Okay, and can you scroll it to the left hand side or right hand side? Yeah, yes. No, I missed something. No, right? Okay, you just select that. Yeah, that's it. You just select that and click on active. In the pass button you have to click on active. So you can select the path ID. We can see what all options there. No, this path IDs are nothing but guys, these are the risk IDs. So we don't define risk IDs here, so you can ignore that. And you need to select PSS active. You have to activate that. Click that. That's it, and you can save it. But if you save it now, you will get an error which is already someone has already activated. See, you should get inspired, you know, because they have done so many configurations in the system. These guys who have practiced in the system. So don't give them a chance to create new things. Create everything which is available in the system. They should feel like, array, someone has already created this, someone has already created this. They should feel it like that. And what is the next one?
Maintain access.
We'll see the maintain access risk levels, right? Yeah. Can you come back? Be patient for another 10 minutes. We'll wind up. If you're getting sleep or if you want to do some activities, just be patient for 10 more minutes. Maintain access risk levels. Yeah. See, you have to come to the same folder, Ganesh. GRC, and again access control. In the access control, you can see the 6th one or 7th one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, correct. It's maintain access risk levels. Okay. Yeah. Here, this is just for your information. Okay, we'll not be doing anything here because all the risk levels, the default risk levels are already defined in the system. See here, these are not defined by our functional, these are not defined by any other persons. These are default ones, which is already defined by SAP. We'll be having maximum 4 types of risk levels, either medium, high, low, or critical. The first one is medium, second one is high, third one is low, and fourth one is critical. So we'll be having 4 types of, risk levels. Maximum 4, not more than that. So which is already defined. So you no need to define anything. Or if you want to define anything, you have to come here and click on new entries. Okay, you just need to give one risk level number, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 is already there. So you can give 4 or 5, anything if you want, and you can give the description. Description medium, high, low. Oh, what else is there? High, low, medium, and you can give like
Moderate.
Moderate. Okay. Very high, yeah. This is also you can give very high. Anything. You just save it. But later on, once you have defined the risk ID, there is a one field called risk level code. The second one is missing in this. Yeah, see, that one is not there, right? For others, you have a risk level code. But for this also, you have to define that, Ganesh. So
Okay.
what is risk level code? Risk level code is nothing but every risk with a color. Like for medium, it will be green, or for medium, it will be yellow. For high, it will be for low, it will be green. For critical, it will be some other color. And for moderate, you have to define one color. This colors will be created by the ABAPers. Okay, you
Okay.
just need to ask them, boss, I have to define a color for my risk level. So this is what the color I have decided. So I want you to create a color code for that. So they'll just give you one code number. Once after they created it, you just come here and enter that code and save it. That's it.
Okay.
So whenever you get this kind of risks in the system, you will see that is in that color.
But in general, whatever the SAP defined, right? Only those 4 types are good enough for us to run through our businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I mean,
Yeah.
no need to create anything here, because only medium, high, low, critical will be
Yes.
having these 4 risks only, not more than that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is enough. And next one, what is, Ganesh?
Next is maintain business processes, sub-processes, and sub-processes.
Okay.
That-
Yeah, it's the same screen. You can see that next to that.
Yeah.
Maintain business process and sub processes. You just need to click there. Here you can see so many business processes are there. And remember one thing, Ganesh, here, business process should be, okay, always it should be of 4 digits. I mean, not digits actually, 4 characters. Okay, like if you are creating a new business process for security, security is a business process, basis is a business process, APO is a business process, FI is a business process, controlling is a business process. So like that, if you are creating any new business process, create it with 4 digits. I mean, it should be 4 characters, It should be 4 characters. But some of the other guys created with 3 characters here, ZFI, the last one. It should not be like that.
Okay.
If you create it like this, you will face issues when you are creating the rule books. Okay, so always create business processes with 4 digits. So if you want to create a new one, you can click on new entries. Thank you. So just give one business process name, GSEC, ZSEC, sorry. ZSEC is for SEC. Anything is fine. Okay. So you can give it for security process or security business process. And you just save it. For everything, it will ask for a workbench request, Ganesh. Okay, remember that. This because you are doing some settings at program level. SPRY is nothing but you are modifying something at program level. So it will ask for a workbench request. So you need to, I mean, it's not really needed to create different workbench requests for each and every task. You can use the same workbench request for all the tasks. Okay, so now if you want to add any sub-process to this business process, like in security, we have user administration, role administration, and SOX administration, right? So if you want to create these sub-processes, you just select that and click on business processes.
Yeah.
Can you click there, Malini, in business processes? Yes, here, can you click on new entries? So here also you should define it with 4 digits, so 4 characters, and you need to give a description there. And the last one, can you click on assign application area to business process? We'll see what is it. So here, see, in all the systems, you will not be having all the process areas, right? For some systems, for example, in APO, there is an APO system. In APO system, you will not be having this thing like purchase to pay or material management or sales and distribution or financial things. It will not be there. So that thing you can define here. For example, now you are in business process ZCC4, that is for security. So in what all systems you have security business process area, in what all systems you have material management process area, in what all systems you have this SD process area. You can define that by using this option. You just need to click on new entries and add all the connectors, or you can add the connector groups itself. Here you have only connector group option, so you can add the connector group directly. Okay, getting it, sir?
Yes.
So create the connector group. The connector groups are not there yet, so this is an advantage for you. You just create a connector group and see. And maintain custom user group. Next step is we'll finish it. Only one more step is there, so we'll finish it. Then we can find it. Maintain custom user group. It's in the same screen. Access control. You can see there. Maintain custom user group. Yeah, come down. Yes, that's it. So maintain custom user group. What is the use of maintain custom user group? Maintain custom user group is nothing but see, if you want to in your R3 systems or in your APO systems or any other SAP systems, you'll be having different user groups, right? So if you want to see those user groups here in GRC system, you have to create that user groups. You just need to come here, click on new entries, create the custom user group, save it.
Hello.
is not there.
Sir,
You there,
hello.
Ganesh? Okay.
Uh,
Hello?
sir,
Yeah,
Krishna
we can
sir.
hear you.
We were discussing about this custom user group, right?
You got disconnected there.
Yeah. Uh,
Sorry, we didn't check. We have completed the session.
oh, okay.
We thought, we thought you were online and we have discussed so many things, you know. I was lightly explaining someone, so you were not there. I thought you were there, and I was just explaining about maintain master user ID. And now we were at custom user. Sorry. Okay.
we will
So, Kasesh, no, we are discussing about
maintain user ID mapping.
yeah, tell me.
Okay.
Maintain user ID mapping. To do that, what we have to do is we have to come to SPRO GRC folder, and in access control you can see that option maintain master user ID mapping.
Okay.
Okay. So once you click on that button, you can see here connector user ID and master user ID. So the first thing is that you need to have a list of users who are having different user IDs in all the systems. Then you need to fix one ID as a master user ID for one user. Okay, master user ID should be unique for every user. Okay, and enter that master user and enter the respective user IDs in user ID field, and you need to select the system in user ID, and in that system, which will be the master user ID. You need to enter the details here, and you can do master load also, guys. Okay, you need to fill in all these details in an Excel sheet, because if you want to do it for all the users, if you have around 1,000 users, if you want to if it's really a tough job, so in that cases you can do a mass upload. First create an Excel with these three fields connected, okay, and then you just need to click on this mass upload button, and if you save it, that's it. All the entries will come here, and you just need to save it. After this, with this we have finished the post configurations of access control. Okay, access control post configurations are, sorry, I'm not access control. Yeah, access control only. Post configurations or pre configurations. What are this?
Pre sir.
Okay, yeah, this part is completed. And next we have the post configuration. There are only 4 steps in this thing, and after that we'll see access risk analysis thing tomorrow. In access risk analysis, how are we going to create a risks functions, okay, objects and rule books, rule sets, and how will you perform the first risk analysis. So till that part we'll discuss tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'll try to complete the mitigation control part as well. We'll see. Okay, depending upon the timeline, I'll complete the mitigation control part as well.
Okay. So tomorrow 2 o'clock,
But
right?
I want you to practice all these steps. Yes, tomorrow at the same time. Are you free on Monday?
Yeah, we can have, but during the day or in the night generally?
Malini, I don't know.
You are working on
Malini,
Monday,
you
right?
have office on Monday?
Yes, I'll be in the office on weekdays. I couldn't attend.
Okay, no problem then. No, I don't have office on Monday because we have a bank holiday here. So that's why.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have office on Monday.
No issues. Because in the next week I have 4 days holidays: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those 4 days, and we have to complete this.
Krishna sir, in that case, Monday can we look at our score sheet for security, and then look at the mapping. Last time we have done, right, during your stay in India.
Superb idea, superb idea.
So
Just proceed, and just check with Pavitra and schedule a time. And no need to check with Pavitra. You just need to get that GoToMeeting ID. Tell her that I have to discuss with Krishna on so and so thing. So I need a GoToMeeting ID. Just get that GoToMeeting ID from Pavitra, and whatever time you are free, you just ping me on WhatsApp. I'll just log in.
fine, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day, because it's already finished for you. I think it's already 4 o'clock.
Yes, it's here for.
Chalo. Then bye bye. Take care.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thanks, Krishna.